Ok tam trầu trông sàn mày yeah
aren't going to be vulnerable when they're taking the fight from the front.
So how's it gonna be like with the Julian and the Tigro on the side? Great initiations, and of course when it comes down to the early game, it's very scary. Cambodia with the Gwyn in the Rome. Oh, we haven't seen Gwyn in a long time, boys. We haven't seen a Gwyn in a long time. And Rome at that.
Game bay. Game bay. Chú lẹ đâu ra cho ra China ra. Thảo báo nâng ra thảo báo nâng. You know ra thảo báo. Ra đây cái là ra thảo báo. You know. Ra thảo báo 100%. Con trai pi ra chan sắp 50 Im Brother Cứ đôi chia hìa trục xong rạp cao giờ 4 star cho phải đã cho mua hìa trục chứ mua phẳng 2 Nga mà đã cho mua hìa trục vậy này đột như mê camera đào mơ tại một tiền lại thẹm lừa chạ chột tăng muối chảy nạ bí thấy rờ la rờ ngộp vậy muối muối can you play muối muối làm mấy bạn tra cái châu bàn tê là còn vô lên.
This early game should go just a little bit better now since Cambodia don't have to worry about a Sin. The ability of that hero to poke is just a bit insane. It looks like Chokes will be able to hit his level a little bit earlier, and that means that Little goes.
Này. Mùi nhỏ bảng lập trời ơi lá cho là gộp nhắn trời mùi mà what the fuck.
But surprisingly and luckily for the both of them, they're all gonna be a-okay.
Con là tè phi đòn mà đây nghèo mắng
great little oh Chokes, how do you find that kill?
Trời mấy mà đi ớt thì khó lo bạn mấy bò nào bây giờ thì khó lo bạn phốt xíu mà nó có chứ nam lên tè phi đòn mùi hạt minion ca đấy
In a situation like that, speaks to Chokes' ability as a player, but now Moshi in trouble.
It does seem like she doesn't have a lot to run away with, and I don't think that she will be able to use the revitalize to get the HP back as well. 3v1.
Ok nhóm vô. Ok. Bay si âm. Bay si âm này cái bé xăng thì mày tỷ.
Look a little bit rough here.
Bởi vì âm nó mẹ xong thì mày.
Cambodia, China, we know that they're gonna be pretty strong early on with a Hilda and a Bruno in the side lane, but they're getting a lot of map priority.
Nah, you win the ban law, baby. Oski the piece of liquor.
Dealing a little bit of damage on the UAE while in the meantime a good little freeze plus a Fidget Glacier. The UAE, goodbye. Well, the flicker was an explosion. Unfortunately not quite enough.
Lươn chục.
Had to expend the flicker.
But still, we can see the pressure. Right? Cambodia being forced on the back foot once again. We are only 3 minutes into the game, and China already has a 1k net worth lead. This is not the start that you want ideally.
Trời nào bi mấy tờ vãi cãi này.
Want to be able to get kills if possible.
Vãi cãi đấy cái đăng nào bạn.
And that's UAE taken down for the count 3.
Tại vào đây bán cả.
Unfortunately, does seem as though here in the room is definitely
ngọt trái mấy UAE. Flicker ngọt.
Look at this.
Ôi cái pran nó sang bên lâu ra. Thôi slow đi kìa mà ơi.
Actually insane, the aggression from China, too much for Cambodia to handle. You think they're focusing down the mid lane, all of a sudden they appear in bot lane. For now, even using the flicker in advance just to get the freeze onto Yui to secure the kill. The game is already going out of control.
And now, see the combination between
nice. Ơi, mùa bàn kia đôi bên kia đó là
dies to the hands of Fanhua. She identified the escape route for the Vexana, and then Vexana ate that entire slam from the side Fanhua.
Oh, but at least
late game đi ra. Ôi rồi phải đi, rồi phải đi. Rồi phải đi. Con ta sọc lý hay rạp đạp sen. Rồi phải đi. I believe in you, okay? Rồi phải đi TKB. Ôi rồi phải đi miền. Rồi phải đi miền, rồi phải đi miền, rồi phải đi miền. Rồi phải đi miền, game này rồi phải đi em à. Rồi phải đi em á, game này á. Ê, mùi ngọt thế rồi. Không ai chắp man, what the fuck.
They did manage to bring down the tier 1 at the bottom lane.
Chẳng khang khuây say đúng này mà. Rồi phải đi miền nàng nè.
Definitely gonna be a little bit of a good amount of macro from the side of Cambodia. They're trying to look for reasonable trades across the map. Cambodia did lose a couple of players, but most of them were on the side of UAE. So
Mà bò nó áp. Trời, tàn mẹ. Chả cái đó. Nghêu.
Jessica, as such, Jessica's gonna be falling prey to the hands of Moshi while Yin Huai runs all the way to the turret. Well, yeah, oh, fun! With 3-man implosion and a great little
trời lột khẩu.
Vermouth completely coming in.
Wow, bao nhiêu ôi rồi phải đi miền. Ê, rồi phải đi. Trời. Nghe. Sloi mẹ, mùi mẹ. Bánh thòm đang góp ta, mày bắn ta đá cho mùi. Mày bắn sloi mẹ.
Cambodia, not the best trade, but still something at least. I want to see more of this aggression from them. The willingness to take risks, the cutting off of the back line. They gotta play China at their own game because that's the only way that they can potentially out-tempo them.
Mùi. Đồ chật mai đi mấy em mùi. Chả cái đánh bùi. Đồ chữ mẹ. Một xịt bánh chữ bùi. Game pin đi giờ, game pin đi giờ. Game pin đi giờ. Ôi bột bò mẹ ơi. Lập.
We knew that this was gonna be the win condition for Cambodia. Cambodia themselves know it as well. That's why they're trying to involve her in as many kills and assists as possible to just beeline that up. Somehow Banho actually canceling the
content thế à? Vậy sao content à?
In a bad spot. Actually 0-0-0, 7 minutes.
Chạy đá số màu này.
Actually not too bad either. That's another player that they can maybe work around.
That is true. It is pretty much.
Giang khang khuây say đúng này mà mùi cùng toàn vậy kì ọt miền su du nơi nâng tê.
Curve is a little bit lower than the 50% percentile.
Ok. Đăng ghép bay à yeah.
Really just a matter of time. We just need to open up the
I trust on CAMBODIA tiếp you.
As long as Nabi and UAE is able to do a decent job at controlling the front lines, I will believe that UAE should be able to get some really nice front to back action and just force China in a very tough spot.
Oh.
Yeah, but we know how China likes to play a little bit later on in the game as well. Once they have a bit more control towards the mid to late stages, they really like to go for flank and angle control. That is when UE is gonna be the most vulnerable.
Chờ, chả cái đặt mũi. Ơi, lột chôm ơi, lột chôm ơi, lột chôm ơi, bạn chỉ bạn, nghe, lột chôm. Ow. À, anh bay bằng ngọc.
How are you alive throughout all of that? She did manage to find himself, or trying to find herself with the enhanced sword. Got herself right out of the action, got the spell vent back in, continues on to the fight, and there we go. Choke is still more than 50% HP.
What? How? I had literally stopped looking at Chokes because I thought for sure that she was already dead. I need to. Hold on. I'm looking at the replay real quick to see exactly. The enhanced sword. It actually managed to get out and regen in time. A display of micro mechanics coming in here from Chokes and the rest of China, as that entirely reverses the momentum of a fight that looked to be Cambodia favored.
Exceptional play from the side of Chokes. I mean, that has got to be the highlight of that game for sure. Almost going down, but then completely flipped that. Boy, now it didn't be tapped down to the bottom lane. The Gami unfortunately doesn't seem to have a lot of farm at all. As you can see, he tries to go in with a decent amount of damage. Immortal form, but even when it comes down to
Việc đại rùa tiết à? Rùa mền, admin mày. Nà bi cái đặt ngua bạt lên.
For the meantime, that is going to be the battle record. In fact, every single one of the ultimates for the side of China is just going to be throwing themselves down over to the side
Japan.
of Cambodia. As they grab
Đi co.
China now has got a heavy push down in the bottom lane and the middle lane, while Cambodia's Yui
Ồ kìa nó Japan.
is always still up in the top lane.
Trời tao đi khó lắm men phê khó nữa nè. Trời khó năng đảo gì. Sai cái đó. Brain. Ah!
Jessica there, she should have definitely been able to stop Yui, but kind of stopped paying attention for a split second.
Nghèo.
And that's
Lươn chục.
That is the one.
Lươn chục.
I'm pretty sure that
Lươn chục pre. Mùi muối ok.
No, perhaps to look at what's going on in the main fight if
Buồn.
go for this kill on the Yui, but I think that she overshot, completely underestimated the movement speed of this Hilda. But in the meantime, Fanhua, 3-man, 2-man implosion. Cambodia, they're all together, allowing for a double kill for the side of Vermouth. And now it's only left with Yui as well as Moshi. They have no damage coming in. How exactly are they supposed to defend this oncoming push from the middle lane?
Slow.
A bit of a stop in momentum, but China is feeling themselves here. That was a beautiful
trời mấy bà lô tơ hero thì mấy cái em á.
I literally just
Lô tơ mọi cái mini mấy vãi với cái liệt đù.
There's literally nothing that I can say. That was actually perfect. China is doing such a good job right now of making it so that Cambodia literally cannot do anything. Like I don't want to call it too early, right? You know, there's such a thing as a cancer curse. But I feel like
សង្ស័យក្រុមការងារឈើក្រុមការងារក្រៅឈើប្រាប់មេហ្មងហ៎
There is nothing Cambodia can do.
It's
សង្ស័យក្រុមការងារនៅក្រៅហ្នឹងឈើប្រាប់មេហ្មងហ៎
even I myself is speechless because China, they are absolutely golden and right after they came back from the pause.
អូយកុំងាប់មីនានការកុំងាប់
They have lost half HP. China went all the way in and gotten themselves the inhibitor turret in the middle lane.
Cambodia need to make a miracle happen now. This is a 8k gold advantage in favor of China. Even with heroes like the Hylos, they are just not able to open the map at all. The control. China is
តុបឡតមកមាន hero សើ hero តុបផ្ទះនេះ
exactly where they need
វាយសនាបិត្រិកហ្នឹងអើយឲ្យគេតុបឲ្យគេបុក20នាទីបុកដឹងចូលអត់ហ្មង hero ប៉ុណ្ណឹងដែរតុបផ្ទះមិនជាប់ទេ
We're 11 minutes and 20 seconds into the
wow slow ឆៃម៉ាយងឡៃដាក់ V ផ្អិនមើលទៅ
9,000 gold lead. Very convincing game thus far. Even though China didn't really manage to hold it out that well right after the laning phase, but they are here, boys. They are here because Cambodia now they're going to be suffering a little plunder from the side of the Lord. While in the meantime, Melo Record is just going to be connecting down to Fanhua, but unfortunately not quite enough to bring her down just yet. Showcase all the way in. But that is going to be a great little. Gonna be working on the showcase. Didn't really quite get her out of the tombstone though, but more than enough for her to buy enough time to ensure that the rest of the members from the side of China will be able to hold things out. In the meantime, the Pride of Ice is currently still available for the side of Vermouth. Moshi and Ryan face, and it does seem like
mày play đã chặt cái đó
nè. Not again.
All things considered,
này giang càng quay say đùng này mà đi ra trời mẹ Moshi đang chặt cái đó coi ơi em
this time. They're in a more advantageous position to actually be able to
mùi
Crystal Tegami, especially
mùi
savior for them.
Ôi nó toát thứ nè. Wow, hai lò mày play.
But because they were able to pick her up, Cambodia still has
trời vui mùi
The magical thumb, unfortunately, wasn't able to land on anyone at this point in time. As now the rest of the members.
Yo.
Did not manage to help Moshi get away. Chokes tries to go for the enhanced side, lands on the Nabi. Look at that crazy amount of damage. The flick of blast implosion lands right on top of the Nabi. UAE, and that allows China to pick off too. But Jessica continues to rampage
Bắt đầu.
herself onto Yui, almost bringing her down, but leaving UEE, the one that
À,
left
tí.
behind, and the one that got away. The side lands on the two right by these perimeter of that skill ability. And now China, they conquered Cambodia all the way at the lower bracket. Yet another 2-0 fashion. China, they went a 2-0 menacing push down. And now they're going to the lower bracket finals against Philippines. They are in for podium.
Thua rồi Money slow mọi người về rồi.
China literally chased
Thua rồi Money slow mùi rồi về rồi.
from the middle of the river all the way
Thua rồi
into
Money
their
slow
lane,
mùi rồi về rồi.
still making plays left and right. They are literally a living highlight reel. I cannot believe what I have witnessed